Okay, here we are again on my 77 Chevy C10 pickup. If you've watched my previous videos, I've already finished the inner rocker panels here, as well as patching in the kick panels. And I mentioned in those videos that the next step of this process is to mount up your inner rocker panel. But I'm finding that that's not the case. The next step is actually to patch in your floor panel. And the reason is this area right here. This portion of your floor panel sits down on top of your inner rocker panel. Originally I thought that this piece right here went underneath the inner rocker panel, but that's not the case. It actually sits on top here. So the next step in doing your patch panel replacements is to mock up your floor. I've made a little more progress here on my floor panel. I've got it nicely fitted up here against the inner rocker panel and up against the kick panel over here. And I wanted to point out one area that's proven to be a real pain in the butt, which is this corner right here. This is the transmission tunnel. This is where the floor is, and you can see up there, there's the pedals, just to give you a reference point to where this is. This is really, like I said, proving to be a real pain in the butt. I kind of didn't have a choice because my rust extended into this area, so I do have to use this part of the patch panel. But if you don't have rust in this corner of your floor, I highly recommend that you just cut this floor panel just straight across and just use what you need. I might have to get kind of creative with this and maybe make some pie cuts to get this to lay down flat. I'm going to keep trying with a hammer and see if I can't get that any better. Also, these self-tapping sheet metal screws will be your best friend. I recommend that you get the smallest ones that you can. Mine are number 6. They're 1/2 inch in length. I prefer the hex head ones, but the Phillips head ones will be just fine. Definitely you'll want to use a drill that has a torque setting, because with these real small diameter ones, they're real easy to twist the head off, and then that's just another problem. And believe me, you're gonna have plenty of problems putting these panels in. One thing to note, hopefully you can see it, this flange right here on the floor panel, this is the kick panel, this is the floor. You can see the flange right here on the original floor panel. This piece actually goes down. It goes down and under here. This is the outside, this is the kick panel. It goes down and under. On the replacement ones, it goes up. So I'm not real sure why they did that. I guess maybe make it easy for installation. But just one thing to note, that flange points up. Alright, I think I've got my problem solved here in this corner. Oop, I just pushed it through, but that's okay. But you can see it fits pretty well in there. I did have to beat on it with the hammer. I put it on the sandbag with the teardrop mallet and was able to get it. It's not supposed to drop that far in. I just put too much weight on it. Basically what the problem was right here. You can see where I made this relief cut. Right under here is that longitudinal floor support brace, and effectively what it was doing is it was pivoting on that brace. So if I push down on this side, that side popped up. If I push down on that side, this side popped up. So I believe I've got that fixed, and I'll have to pop it out of the floor there, but that's alright. But anyway, all I got left to do is to fit it up here against the toe board, and then the fitment will be done and I can weld it in. And here we are with the floor pan, getting ready to weld it in. Got all the holes drilled for the rosette welds, got everything around the perimeter ground smooth. And if you notice there, I did have to remove my accelerator pedal. Fortunately I didn't have to remove either my brake or my clutch. I was a little worried about that, but it'll be a little bit of a chore to work around them, but Otherwise, they're really not too much in the way. So, I'll get going on this, get some tack welds going, and take another video here in just a little bit. Well, I'm still here working on the floor panel here in my 77 C10, and I wanted to take a minute. I'm almost finished getting it welded in, but I wanted to take a minute and show you all my welding, and particularly I wanted to explain my method. Commonly, especially what you see on TV, like all of the power block shows, they mention skipping around when you're welding in thin sheet metal. You hop around and you put little tacks here and there. I haven't been doing it that way, and I'll tell you why. When you continue a seam, I've basically just been stitch welding because it is thin, and every now and then I do burn through. But I've just been going in a line. And the reason for that is greater penetration. And greater penetration equals a stronger weld. This does cause distortion, i.e. warping, but anytime you heat or cool a piece of metal, you get distortion. And I'm not too worried about that in here. This metal is actually fairly thick for body panels. On top of that, I'm going to cover the floor here with the sound deadening material, the kind that the self-adhesive with the aluminum backing type of material. And so I'm not too worried about distortion, but I would like a stronger weld. So I have not been skipping around like is commonly done. I've just been effectively stitch welding my way around. I want a stronger weld in here. The other benefit is you keep that heat going, the weld bead actually sinks into the metal more, which means you just have to grind off less. And personally, I really dislike grinding on metal. But if you were doing an outside panel on a fender or a hood or something like that, you probably want to do the skip method, where you jump around and put, try and keep the metal as cool as possible. It does create less distortion, which would mean less body work. But like I said, in here I want more penetration, and I'm not as concerned about warpage, because one, I'm going to put the sound deadening material, and then on top of that I'm going to have carpet, so it's not going to be visible when you look inside. And here it is, all finished. The floor pan, or at least, yeah, the floor pan at least. I got it all welded in. I got it almost completely ground smooth. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm putting sound deadening material down on top of this, and then carpet on top of that. So I got a little bit more grinding I got to do up here in this corner, get that a little smoother. But other than that, the floor is finished. Down here you do need to grind these spot welds completely smooth, because your outer rocker panel does sit on top of there. So they'll need to be smooth so you get good fitment on your outer rocker panel. Anyway, that's it for the floor. She's all finished, and like I said, I'll get started on the outer rocker panel, and hopefully my dog won't be barking at me the whole time.